My name is Lemuel Gulliver, and I'm an English surgeon on a ship. At age 14, I went to a college in Cambridge where I studied physics and math so I could be useful during voyages. Throughout the 6 years I've been in voyages, I've been to spectacular locations such as the East and West Indies, and I've been on 2 different ships, the Antelope and the Swallow. I have now decided to document my travels in a video diary. Bad news. There was a giant storm and my ship got ripped in half. I think like a dozen people have died. And it seemed to wash up alone on this uncharted island. I don't see any inhabitants. I'll notify you if there's any inhabitants. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go lay down on the grass. I'll notify you later. So the most peculiar thing happened when I woke up. I was tied down. My hair, my body, everything was tied down. And it turns out there was this army of 6-inch people that were fully grown who captured me. But we eventually reached an understanding and they let me go free. I had to agree to their rules that not stomping over them or their livestock or their village. But this island is very weird. There's tons and tons of these 6-inch people and everything is equivalent and proportional. Like their trees, they only get to be a few feet tall, and the same thing with their insects and animals. The horses are only a few inches tall, and everything is all proportional. But these people have been very nice to me. They've sewed together a mattress for me, which is, they did it by sewing 1,400 of their mattresses, and they've given me lots of food, which is a lot of food. I eat the equivalent of 1,482 of those little people's food. But overall, they've been really nice to me. And then this is their house. So 2 things have happened. One, the kingdom of the little people caught on fire. And like any sensible person, I did what I could. I peed on the kingdom so that the fire went out. Unfortunately, the princess got upset at me. The number 2 thing that have happened was that apparently there's an opposing faction of little people on a different island. So the emperor ordered me to go attack them. So I destroyed their ships, but then he told me to go and kill all of the women and children on the other island. And unfortunately, because I have morals, I could not do that. And then the emperor got upset at me. Bad news. The Lilliputians, which are the group of small people on this island, they're trying to blind me and starve me to death. Because of the whole peeing on their kingdom fiasco and refusing to kill their enemies, and they fear that they'll have a famine because they eat too much food and yada yada yada. So I'm just gonna take this boat and leave. So kudos. So after I escaped the Lilliput, I went on another boat, and then boat crashed into a 60-foot giant. And long story short, I washed up on an island by myself, and people here, instead of being 6-inch tall or normal size, they're 60-foot tall, and everything's terrible. The hail here is 1,000 times the normal size. The insects, they're the size of giant fat cats, and it's just terrible. I'm in danger everywhere, and the people here, they're all ugly. You don't really notice it on normal people when they're 5 foot tall, but when they're 60 foot, all of their imperfections, their moles, their hairy skin, it's all magnified. And then these people, they're making me put on shows for them. They think of me as some freak of nature, and they just want me to do things like I'm a little person to them, and it's all really weird. I just want to go home. That island with the big giant people took me a few years, but I managed to do it. And I'm now on a ship again. You're probably thinking, what the heck? He has so far been on a ship and crash landed on 2 different islands, and he spent a year on both of them trying to escape. Why the heck is he on a new ship? Well, the answer is, I haven't really learned my lesson. Oh, that's probably an explosion by bandits. They're probably going to take me to a 3rd island where I'm going to learn more life lessons and stuff. But more about that later. And I probably still won't even learn my lesson there, because I'll probably go on a ship for a 4th time and then crash land onto a 4th island.
probably like write a book about this later. It'll be a very long book. We go into like elaborate, unnecessary, needless detail about like the cultures of the islands and stuff. But I'm not gonna write it to be like famous and stuff. I'm gonna write it so people can learn life lessons. Yeah. You guys should like all read the book. It's like okay. It's gonna be very okay.